Hi, everyone. Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And we have images of what the new colors could look like for the iPhone 17. The new colors of the iPhone 17 are confirmed for right now. Apple could change this. But first, as far as when to expect the Apple event, well, we're in August right now, so we can expect those invites to go out usually around the end of the month, around the 2nd to around the 3rd to 4th week of August. I would expect the invites on September 9th. It's rumored that we could have the event on Tuesday, September 9th, which is a year after Apple had its Glow Time event. It's quite strange that Apple's been releasing things exactly 1 year after with software and updates. Now, talking about the iPhone 17 models, we have a slightly different lineup because one particular model is gone. So we have the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Air. This replaces the Plus. And we have the iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max. Let's start off with the iPhone 17. Looking at the iPhone 17, when you take a look at it up close, there is no difference from the iPhone 17 to the iPhone 16. They both look very much identical because of the sort of horizontal or vertical camera bump. The vertical camera bump on the iPhone 16 is on the iPhone 17. Now then, these are the new colors for the iPhone 17. We have white, black, pink, like a teal green, and a light blue color. Those are the colors of the iPhone 17. And it is expected to have the same camera capture button. I believe they could have the A19 chip. Who knows though, Apple might call it the A26 chip. Although I haven't heard much about that. It was also rumored that Apple could call it the iPhone 26. Although I think Apple is going to stick with iPhone 17, they only changed their software from 19 to 26. So we have iOS 26. Now, moving on to the iPhone 17 Air. This is going to replace the iPhone 17 Plus. It is essentially a slim iPhone 17. And with the Air model, we have 4 individual colors. We have white, black, gold, and sort of that same kind of blue as the iPhone 17, like a light blue. Now, there is one thing you will see differently. And let me go to my iPhone 17 pictures here that I have. And let me go to the iPhone 17 Air. If we take a look at the iPhone 17 Air, you're going to see this camera bar across the top. That is a new design for the iPhone 17 Air. That new camera bar across the top, that is all new for the iPhone 17 Air model. So we have that brand new camera bump. And we have one singular camera on the iPhone 17. Now then, moving on to the Pro model. Now, one of the colors, actually few of the colors are the same. If you remember the iPhone 12 Pro Max in Pacific Blue and also the iPhone 15 Pro Max in Blue Titanium, that's more of a recent iPhone, then you will know this color. This is dark blue. And this is going to be on the iPhone 17 Pro models. So this is dark blue for the Pro iPhones. We also have a new orange color because Apple is getting rid of gold. So there is no more gold color. We now have blue, orange, black, and white. And this is not only for the iPhone 17 Pro, but for the Pro Max as well. So we have the iPhone 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. Now, there were some rumors on these particular devices that states that the dynamic island could be smaller on these particular iPhones. Although we haven't heard any more rumors of that. But if you look closely at the iPhone 17 Pro, that same camera tray across the top is also on the iPhone 17 Pro, like the Air. Now, earlier on, it was rumored that the iPhone 17 could have a horizontal camera bar. That horizontal camera bar was then changed into the same fidget spinner camera bar that we've seen for the past 6 to 7 years on the Pro Max iPhones. So we can see that on the iPhone 17 Pro models. That same design, except this time, instead of having a square like we typically had, this time around, we can have a rectangular camera tray on the iPhone 17 models. That is all new for this particular device. Now, as far as its processor, we can see the A19 chip. I don't think Apple will call it the A26 chip. Now, we could see some camera upgrades. I believe the iPhone 16 Pro models has a 48 megapixel camera. If that's not right, then comment that in the comment section. What is the correct camera for the iPhone 16 Pro models? But we can see an updated camera. I believe maybe the same 48 megapixel camera, but it can have some updates to it. We can have maybe camera capture can get updates, and we can have some updated internals. Maybe to make heat thermals more better. Since iPhones, when they get too warm, and this is a perfect example because I have an iPhone 12. When it gets warm, it starts throttling, and Apple pulls down that brightness. When an iPhone typically gets warm, that's when it starts throttling and everything becomes really choppy. Choppy animations. That happens to me a lot of the time when you use an iPhone and it gets warm. So it starts throttling. Hopefully, Apple improves on that with updated internals. Now, the Apple logo is a little lowered if I take a good look at it on the iPhone 17 models. Now, the event for the devices we can see on the 9th of September. Now, pre-orders I would expect on Friday, September 12th. I won't be able to review the iPhone 17, not in person anyway, but I will have screenshots and pictures that I will show. So we can see the iPhone 17. I will review it just like I did with the iPhone 16e. I wasn't able to review that iPhone in person, but I showed you pictures and screenshots of that particular device. That's how I'm going to do the iPhone 17. So we can see pre-orders go live on Friday, September 12th, with a final release of the iPhone 17s on Friday, September 19th. Now, also, iOS 26 could drop on Monday, September 15th. But if Apple likes to release updates a year after the previous one exactly, last year Apple released iOS 18 on September 16th. So if Apple want to release it on a Tuesday, they can. They can release the update on Tuesday, September 16th. but I hope they release it on Monday, September 15th. We can have pre-orders go live, or the RC rather, go live after the iPhone event. I'm not sure what Apple is going to call the event. Last year, the event was called It's Glow Time. It was called the It's Glow Time Apple event. And that was referencing Apple Intelligence for the iPhone 16 models. So Apple might choose a slightly different name for the iPhone 17. We will know when we get invites. And when we do get invites, I'm going to make a video talking about when to watch it, where to watch it, and what things we can expect to see. Because it's not just going to be iPhone 17s that we're going to get. Every year at an iPhone event, not only do we get new iPhones, but we also get new AirPods. I believe last year was AirPods 4. Maybe I could be wrong. I have to do more research on that because I forgot. But we also can see a new Apple Watch. Last year, I believe we got the Apple Watch Series 10, I believe. Or the Series 9, rather. Let me quickly do research on that so I can see what Apple Watch we can see. So we can see a new Apple Watch Ultra 3, which is highly anticipated with a slightly bigger display. We also can see an Apple Watch Series 11. That's new for the Apple Watch as well. We can see that as well. We also can see an updated Apple Watch SE 3rd generation. We can see that announced on September 9th, along with new AirPods Pro 3. I believe AirPods 4 are the latest model. I'm not sure if we could see AirPods 5, but we could potentially see AirPods Pro 3 at the event. And I will keep you guys up to date with the newest products we get from Apple. I will make videos on the Apple updates, including iOS 26. I will make a video, a 20 to 30 minute video, followed by a live stream for when iOS 26 releases. And I'm also going to have a separate video for iPadOS 26 as we get some new features with multitasking and the new windowed apps mode, which is coming to all iPads. I'm really hyped for that feature as that's finally going to come to all iPads, including the iPad Air from 2020, which is the device that I use. So if you're excited for Apple's new updates, leave a comment down below. If you're buying the iPhone 17, leave a comment down below. I won't be able to buy that device, unfortunately, but I will review it showing screenshots and pictures. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. For some reason, I lost a couple of subscribers somehow because yesterday I was at 295 subscribers and now I'm back down to 293. So if you do enjoy what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. We are getting close to 300 subscribers, and I will do a live stream for when I hit that milestone. And I will also do a live stream on August 16th for it being 9 months since I've been on YouTube. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I will see you guys later. Peace.